What's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. We're going to be talking about Leeds United and the situation I believe we find ourselves in. I haven't given my thoughts on a couple of things, so we'll go through it. We'll start off with Glenn Kamara. The situation of Glenn Kamara leaving. For me, I've seen people on Twitter saying, yo, it's good, it's fine, we can replace him. He didn't shoot, so he's not good. People saying like he wasn't good throughout the season because he didn't score a goal. Like, of course, he got 0 goals and 0 assists, but he was the defensive player that we had in the midfield. He was more of he was the really good defensive player, and I think he stopped a lot of goals. You know, if you go back and look at the games, he probably stopped a lot of goals from happening. You know, if he scored 5 goals, let's just say, who says we wouldn't concede an extra 5 if he was further forward? You know what I mean? I do understand there was times where he could have shot and probably should have shot at certain times, but he didn't. But still, I think he was good for the team. He did get frustrating when he didn't shoot, like, at all, but he was good for the team. I mean, what would be the difference? Let's just say he took a couple of wild shots and they all went over the bar and hit Rosed. Like, would that be really better than what he did? I mean, I think he was a big part in us going on that run as well. He was part of the team when we went on that run, and he's part of the team going into the playoffs, you know, part of the team that helped us go all the way to the playoff final. I think he played well this season. I think he was a good player, and I don't think it's as easy to replace him as other people think it is. I think people think it's too easy to replace Kamara than it actually is. I don't know who we're going to bring in for Kamara. We have heard, I'm pretty sure, that Joe Rothwell is not the replacement for Kamara. That's something I was very nervous about. But do we believe them? Do you trust the 49ers? Let me know in the comments down below. Actually, I'll put a poll on the channel. Do you trust the 49ers? Because at the moment, I don't trust the 49ers at all. I don't trust them. Because you look at the team and you look at what they've been saying, and they were saying this season, last season, we were late making transfers and that. But this season, we're gonna get ahead. Gray's gone, which he had to go, but they weren't gonna tell us anything about that, right? And we weren't gonna know that Gray was gone until he actually was gone. Like, we actually weren't gonna know he was gone until it was actually sold, like fully sold. Kamara now could be going. Okay, it's not 100% confirmed yet, but it looks like he's gone. And now the next thing I'm going to talk about after this, the Willy Gnonto. Gnonto going to Everton. So Gnonto could be gone as well. We're losing those 3 players. We're also going to be losing Somerville. Let's remember that. We're going to be losing Somerville. He is not staying. No matter what people say, the days keep on going, people go, oh, it's closer and closer. Somerville's going. I see a club. Someone's going to come in for him. One of the clubs are going to take a chance on him. Some club's going to take a chance on him. The Championship Player of the Season is not going to stay in the Championship. He's just not. I think I'm realistic that he's not going to. And all this is happening, and I'm like, who do we bring in? Joe Rodon, who we had last season. Okay, that's good. Good centre-back. Good centre-back partnership with Struijk, who... I mean, then if you go on to that, Struijk is injury-prone. And then if that happens again, well, we have to put Ampadu back into the centre-back position. And then we have... who can come into the midfield next to Gruev now? Crew. So we're going to play Crew. I mean, I'm nothing against Crew. I don't know how good he is. We don't know, right? But we can't just assume that every young player is going to come into the team and play exactly like Archie Gray and play amazing in the first team as a young player. They're just going to, every single one of them is going to snap straight into the team, and all of a sudden they're going to be really, really good. That's just not what happens. Archie Gray for me is an anomaly. He's one of a kind of what he did in the team. Charlie Crew might be good, yes, but is it really important? It's important not to put all the pressure on a young player like that. It's very important not to do that. Archie Gray, different situation for me than Charlie Crew. Completely different situation. But let's go back on to the Kamara thing and continue talking about who we're going to bring in to replace him, as I have no idea. Can you let me know in the comments down below if you have any suggestions of what realistic signings of what we could sign to be that Kamara replacement? Because apparently he's not the replacement. So Rothwell was not the replacement. So let me know in the comment section down to players that you thought we think we can bring in that is going to be a replacement. Just give me some suggestions. I want to know. I want to know what you guys think. You might be wrong, you might be right. I mean, knowing everything that's been linked and stuff, knowing our luck, knowing us of what the 49ers have done, all the links, it'll be none of those players. It'll be some other player we haven't even heard like one link about. It will be a player that we haven't even seen a single link about. Now, going through the rest of the team of why I'm worried and why trusting the 49ers, I'm starting to not trust them. We need a right back. Realistically, we need 2 right backs, in my opinion. We lost Gray, okay? That's one of our right backs. We need 2 right backs for me. Like, we need a right back, and then we need a backup. Because are we really going to trust Sam Byram? And then what? If someone gets in, if our right back gets injured, we're going to say Sam Byram goes there, I guess. But then what happens if Byram gets injured? And then we got Firpo on the left, who's injury prone as well. I think he did great last season, but he's injury prone as well. So what happens if, just say, our starting right back gets injured? Just say he gets injured. Byram comes in. Byram gets injured. Firpo might get injured as well because he's injury prone. I still think we need 2 right backs, and that's when it comes into my head of like, would Rasmus Christensen really be bad to keep? I think we should keep Rasmus, in my opinion. If I'm looking at it as a bench option, that's what I'm talking about, as a bench option. He can play centre back and right back. He can cover 2 positions where if we get injuries in either of those positions, he can cover for them. He can cover for them, which I'm fine with. And I think that's what we'll do if we do keep Rasmus, which the way I'm hearing about things, we might actually keep Rasmus and we might be keeping him. Now let's go on to the Willy Gnonto situation. It looks like Willy Gnonto might be going to Everton, which honestly, I thought we were losing Gnonto this season. I actually didn't think he was going to stay. It looks like he might be going to Everton. Now, last season, I'm going to say it, Dan James was better than Gnonto, and I'm fine. I'm kind of fine with him leaving, but we do have to replace him with another winger. Maybe not a starter winger, but I do think actually, no, of course, that's where I'm going with it. We do need a starting winger because Somerville's going to leave as well. So we're going to have, are we going to play Rutzer on the wing? If we're going to play Rutzer on the wing, we need 2 backups. We need 2 backup wingers, or 1 starter and 1 backup winger, because because you're going to have Aronson probably play the 10 role. I don't know if we're going to go into a different formation, but if we're going to stick to the same formation, you're going to have Rutter on one wing, and then either a new signing or Dan James on the other, and then you're going to have Aronson in the 10, and then you're going to have 2 wingers on the bench, 1 for left, 1 for right, and I think that's good. So I do think we still need to sign 2 wingers before the window ends. And another reason why I'm very nervous about everything going on and everything, preseason starts in 4 days. I'm pretty sure we play our first game in legit 4 days. And we're doing it again like we were last season of not having a full team. Fark doesn't know his full team. He won't know his starting 11. Because if we're going to keep bringing in players after this, right? We're going to keep bringing in players afterwards because Somerville's going to leave, so we're going to have to bring in a winger for him. If Gnonto goes, we're going to have to bring in a winger from him. We still need 2 right backs. We probably need another midfielder now. Kamara's gone, so we need another midfielder. We need all these players, right? And preseason starts in 4 days. So that's why I'm a bit nervous of, are we going to start the season this season the way we started last season? Fark not knowing his best team, not knowing his starting 11, and going into a season basically the exact same way we came into last season of not knowing who's, I think we'll know who's leaving this time. I think that's the only difference of, I think we'll know who's leaving. I think some of it will be gone before the start of the season. Looking at it, Kamara's gone. Gnonto will go before the start of the season. But if we start the season without finishing our transfers and then we have to bring in players, even if we bring in players like in the next, say, 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks time, we start bringing in players as well. Fark's not going to know his best team until after the season starts. So we could be in a similar position to last season. And every day that goes on that we're not making signings, and all of a sudden we're losing this player and we're losing that player and we're losing this player, and no one's coming in, but everyone seems to be going out. It makes me very nervous, and I do not trust the 49ers. I'm starting not to trust them ever so slightly every day. It's getting worse and worse, and me going, I don't trust them. I don't trust them even more. I don't trust them even more. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and of course on the poll that will be on the channel in the community section. And as I said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on the situation at Leeds United, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.